Well, very good morning, everybody. Saturday, the 20th of June. So what have we got? Well, low pressure's not been too far away, and certainly the last few days when I've been off work, it's been a little bit unstable for sure. But we seem to be away from most of the fronts for today, but this trough line is going to be the major factor, which we have to keep an eye on. The trough line at the moment is not really showing particularly much. It might just be lingering clouds and maybe the odd shower. But as we can see on here, there are spits and spots of rain out there, and the trough's probably more out towards Devon at the moment. So we'll see where that goes, see if any more significant rain comes of it, but hopefully nothing like some of the troughs we've seen in previous days. The winds today, surface winds are generally going to be southerly with maybe a bit of west in it as well, and generally somewhere between 15 to 20 knots generally over the country from the south-southwest. You can see though that trough is going to be driven by westerly winds higher, 70s to 80s, the upper flight levels. But yep, southwesterly winds, and the public forecast for today showing broadly that as well, maybe a few more. Actually, I'll reload that so it's most up to date. Yeah, broadly southwesterly, chance of rain as that trough comes through, and then maybe brightening up a bit later and into the evening. Satellite picture at the moment is just showing general amounts of cloud over the country. At the moment out there, it's about scattered at 1,000 feet, but it should rise and brighten up as the day goes on. And as long as that trough doesn't cause any problem, we should have a reasonable few hours, though not as good as some of the week to come. Upper cloud picture, nothing too significant as such, but out to the west you can see the weather that's coming in for tomorrow morning, and we'll hopefully get a clearance tomorrow afternoon. For today though, currently we've got a temperature of 14 degrees, or nearly 15, but we should see temperatures a little bit later in the region of about 16, 17, 18 degrees, and dew points down to about maybe 12, 13. So yeah, clouds not going to be particularly high. Let's just hope we get a little bit more surface heating. What else we got? Farnborough sort of showing scattered at 1,200 at the moment, and scatter clouds later, maybe 3,500, with the possibility of those showers later in the day. Okay, potential flight distance. It's a little bit disappointing. I know a few of you were expecting maybe a little bit better than this, but it looks like maybe a short cross country up to the north, up towards Oxford, Didcot might work. But going towards that trough line, I think you might find that the conditions are not quite so good, and the airspace takes out most of the rest of it. And plus, we've got a bit of a strong wind. The other issue is there's probably going to be a lot of lingering stratocumulus for at least most of the morning and maybe into the afternoon, depending on what happens to the trough. So we can see at midday around here, maybe we're going to get cloud base above sight of maybe 2,500 to 3,000 feet. But you can see the lingering sort of moisture is not too far away, and chance of that trough still affecting the Thames Valley area. Give it a couple of hours later, sort of mid-afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock. Probably better around here. Might see 3,000 to 3,500 feet above sight, and hopefully a little bit less in the way of residual moisture. No risk of thunderstorms today. That's the good thing. Just light shower, if anything. Cloud distribution. By mid-afternoon, sort of still showing quite a lot in the way of cloud, but breaking up a few more gaps there. So hopefully better than we've got it at the moment. Site forecast showing similar. Might get some towering cumulus a bit later too, up to maybe double figures. Hopefully not, but might see 4 to 5 eighths towering cumulus up to so maybe 7,000 or 8,000 feet. So the chance of a shower, but yep. Soarable underneath it. I mean, the sun's energy is not going to get any more powerful than the midsummer's day, pretty much. So that's at least something that's working in our favour. Into tomorrow, we're looking at a clearance of a sort of occlusion by maybe just after lunchtime, and then sort of nice westerly flows. So hopefully some breezy soaring in the afternoon, and much better into the beginning of next week as this ridge of high pressure comes in. Soundings for today though, at 3 o'clock at Buckingham, generally showing broadly similar as here, a little bit too much in the way of cloud, but soarable up to 4,000 feet above sea level. And Fairford's as well, broadly similar, but more chance in the way of showers. And maybe, maybe a bit more vertical development in the clouds out that direction. They're looking at temperatures later in the afternoon and maybe a tad higher than the public forecast was showing. Okay, NOTAM wise, Solent active between 12 and 8 tonight. It may be Saturday, and they do have different hours on a Saturday, but they're broadly staying in line generally because it's one shift of controllers. So 12 till 8 today, Solent active. Middle Wallop active with gliding all day. Paramotors operating in the vicinity of Boscombe Down. I'll just double check there's nothing else in the vicinity of Boscombe Down. No. Activity in London, but thankfully we don't have anything to do with that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not another protest. And Chiltern Park potentially active as well. And other than that, generally quite quiet. So today for us, no jet movements, nothing too significant happening on the airfield. If it gets busier, then we'll look and see at the runway operation what will work best. If there's only a few of you, I'm tempted to at least launch on 2-3 because there's a bit more of a southwesterly component today. We did that fairly well on last Sunday. So let's just see if more of you are going to turn up. The good thing is that the roadworks don't seem to be affecting anything today. They've removed all the barriers and stuff. Not that it's a particularly good job, but yeah, it's easy to get in from the east at the moment. But other than that, we'll see you on the airfield, or we'll see you later in the week. Bye for now.